Hi everyone, this is Jackie from Smith Family Travel Bugs. So we're not traveling right now, so I thought I'd do a very quick video on how we stay healthy while we travel and we don't have any sickness while we travel. So I was just talking to somebody at my workplace and they just came back from on vacation with their family and two of them got sick. Now thankfully it was on the last leg of their trip. But, you know, it really sucks to get sick while you're on vacation. You know, you plan for this vacation, you're gone for about a week, and you want to make sure that those 5 or 7 days, you know, everyone is nice and healthy. So there's a few things that we do to try to prevent us from getting sick with, you know, between all the traveling and all the interaction with other people and surfaces while you're in an airport or in a hotel. Of course, you can never be 100%, you know, germ-free. There are a few things that you can do to minimize yourself from getting sick. So we start from the airport. So, you know, you can imagine how many surfaces you touch and how many things you touch from the time you check in to the time you go through security to the time you actually go on the flight. You're touching your luggage, you're putting it on the conveyor belt, you're taking it through security, you're writing on your name tags, you know, you're taking off your shoes and you're putting it back on, and you're touching, you know, the poles that you have to go through security. So there's a lot of things that you're touching while you're just getting through the airport. And a lot of people, I mean, I know that Patrick is very used to putting his hand to his face, and I try to tell him, you know, don't put your hands to your, you know, for whatever reason you put your hand to your face or you put your hand to your mouth. After you touch all those surfaces, if you're putting your hand to your face, you know, you can bring those germs up to, you know, your nostrils and your mouth, and you can get sick. So you get through security and you're sitting down and you're waiting to board your flight. You know, sometimes the kids want a snack, they want to go buy something at a coffee shop, and sometimes the bathrooms are like, they seem like a mile away. And nobody actually needs to use the bathroom, they just need to clean their hands. I travel with a lot of wipes. These are hand sanitizer wipes. I also bring the hand sanitizer liquid. And so everybody gets a few of these in their carry-on. And so, you know, you wipe your hands down before you eat anything, because you've touched 1,000 different surfaces from the time you went from your car to the time that you were about to board the flight. So, you know, try to keep your hands as clean as possible before you eat, and try to be aware that, you know, okay, I've touched all these things, I haven't washed my hands yet. Once we're in the plane, I'll clean our area. So I will use the disinfectant wipes, and I don't bring this container. I take some out and put it in a sandwich bag. And so everybody gets, you know, 1 or 2 of those wipes, and then we wipe down the area. So we're wiping down the front of the seat that's in front of us. So, you know, where our TV is and where the pouch is. We're wiping down the pouch. We don't put anything in the pouch because, you know, I've seen somebody get sick on a plane and, you know, the barf bags are there, and, you know, you barf in the bag, and then sometimes they put the bag in the pouch until somebody comes and takes it, or you take it to the washroom, and I've seen people blow their nose and put it in the pouch. So yeah, we try to stay away from that pouch area. We'll wipe down the armrests, and if anybody has a window seat, we'll wipe down around the window, and we wipe the seat belt as well. So we wipe the entire seat belt and the buckle. So, you know, trying to make our area as clean as possible, and of course we wipe down the tray. We always try to go to the washroom within, you know, a couple of hours or 3 hours at the beginning of the flight, because if you wait until, you know, the end of the flight, the bathroom is tore up. Like, it is, you know, sometimes it doesn't flush anymore for whatever reason. There's no toilet paper, and it's just a mess. Of course, if you need to use the bathroom, of course you just go and use the washroom. But I try my very best to, you know, go as early as possible on a flight, because by the end of it, you know, there's a couple hundred of people on a flight, and there's only so many bathrooms, and yeah, it can get a little, yeah, yucky. When we do go to the washroom, of course, You know, you use a tissue to turn on the faucet, you throw that out, soap up your hands, wash, then you get another tissue, turn it off, and then you use a tissue also to open up the door. Once we get to the hotel, then we use the disinfectant wipes again. So I know the housekeeping staff have done their jobs, and I know that they clean before the next guests arrive, but again, there's a quick turnaround time, and so they can't necessarily clean every surface that you would want them to clean. And I'm talking about things like light switches and doorknobs, door handles, closet, you know, even if the closet opens without the door handles, you know, that strip that you use to open the closet, we wipe that down. If we've rented an apartment, we wipe down the fridge handles and the stove handles. You know, we wipe down the faucets. We wipe down the remote controls, because I know that those things do not get cleaned every time there's new guests. So definitely wipe down remote controls. So things like that, you know, we wipe those things down, and then we settle into the apartment or the hotel. So you're on vacation and you want to go visit all the sites, and you know, you're out all day, and maybe, you know, for example, in Paris, you can pick up a baguette and some cheese, and you can go have a picnic in a beautiful garden, and you may not necessarily be around a washroom. And so I always bring the hand sanitizers with us, and so everybody has some in their satchel or in their purse, and so, you know, just wipe your hands down and then you can enjoy your meal. We went to an amusement park, for example, last year. You're touching up poles, you're in the long lineups forever, and you've touched a million things, and then everybody gets hungry, and not every restaurant has a washroom. Yes, there are washrooms around, but you know, there may not be one in that little kiosk where you just got your chicken strips and fries. And so, you know, wipe things down. And sometimes I always bring snacks. So, you know, if you're waiting in a long lineup and you want a snack, you need to wipe your hands, because you've touched a million things before you actually get on a ride. And then when you're on the ride, you're touching the handlebars, and yeah, so, you know, not to be overly, you know, a germaphobe or anything like that, but just trying to minimize the chances of anyone getting sick on a vacation. So I hope that you found my tips for staying healthy on vacation useful. Please send me comments to let me know what you guys do as a family to stay healthy on vacation that may not have been on my list. If you found the information useful, please click on the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.